everybody, how you doing? Profound apologies for taking so long to get this video out. I know 2 months ago I did the last video, but hey, it is what it is, and here we are today. So like I said in the last video on Texas and Carolinarigs, I would show you how to put the plastic bait on the hook. There is a special way to do it, and it doesn't matter whether you're using a Carolina rig or a Texas rig. It's done the same way for the different rigs, okay? It's done the same way. Anyway, so you're going to need your offset worm hook or your Nico hook. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any Nico hooks, so I'm going to be doing this demonstration with the offset hook, but the process is basically the same. The difference between the two hooks is that this hook has that little elbow here, the offset hook, where a Nico hook, the shank is straighter, it's not as open as this hook, and at the top here I have two little barbs made of plastic where you just mount the top of your plastic bait onto to hold it onto the hook. Now these hooks have been specially designed for the use for plastic baits. Some people have asked me, can you put night crawlers on these? It's called a worm hook. No, don't put night crawlers on them. They're meant for plastic baits. That's what they were designed for, okay? All right, so let me show you how you do it. So the plastic baits you're going to use are going to be the long plastic baits. So you can either use the long Senko worm-like baits, or you can use something like this. This is a shad profile paddle tail bait. Doesn't matter. What you're going to do is you're going to take your hook and you're going to insert the tip into the top of the plastic bait. So you have something like this. All right. You're then going to feed it down the shank onto either the barbs or onto this elbow here, and then you're going to turn your hook facing the plastic. You want the point facing the plastic bait. You're then going to take that and you're going to insert that point of that hook into the body of the plastic bait, and you're just going to bring the tip up through the top. All right, like that. You don't want to bring it up too high. You just want to bring it up so that it's kind of embedded in the plastic. See what I've got there? All right, you can see the tip of the hook. And that's basically your setup for your plastics on this type of hook. Now, somebody asked me, well, how does it work? How does the hook stick in the fish's mouth? Well, it's really very simple. Fish comes along, sees the bait, decides it wants lunch. He's going to come along, he's going to bite down onto that plastic bait, and as he does that, the hook, you see, pops out, and then you just set the hook, and that hook tip goes in to the fish's mouth. Voila, you have a fish. Very simple. That's all it takes. So just make sure you've got it. So it's just sitting on top. Fish comes along, bites down, hook pops up, set the hook, and that's how it works. Very, very simple. And it works the same way whether you're using a Senko worm or whether you're using your shad, or profile shad, or something else. You have to make sure that the hook just pops out the top of the plastic bait. And that's it. And that's how you load up your offset worm hook or your Senko hook for a Texas and Carolina rig. Now, if you want to know more about the Texas Carolina rig because you didn't watch that video first, please go to my video on Texas versus Carolina. It will show you, I'll explain how the rig is all set up and its application. All right? So, this is Sharon saying thank you very much for watching the video. Hopefully we'll get another one out a little quicker. And let's hope in another 6 or 7 weeks at least we'll be out fishing. All right. Until then, guys, tight lines.